Player one, it's up to you. What's next? Pucker up for the White House of Ill Repute, and you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Just step up and take a swing at this one. In The American President, Michael Douglas plays a widowed chief of state. If the movie were based on a true bachelor president, what might co-star Annette Bening have said to him? Let's talk perfect union, Mr. Lincoln. So, show me why they call you Harding. Forget the South. Hold me, Mr. Buchanan. Or how about a poke? Now, James Polk married Sarah Childress after Andrew Jackson did some matchmaking. Sounds like the makings of another Rob Reiner film. Player one, Our 15th president, James Buchanan, was a bachelor. Of course, he didn't have Annette Bening around to tempt him. Player one, give me category. And this one is Hollywood square dancing. This one can net you $1,000. Hey, remember TV's McCloud, that detective from the country that ended up working in the big city? Well, suppose backwards Detective McCloud were a cop by day and a square dance caller by night. If he got confused and told a couple of crooks to freeze and then do-si-do, what would they do? Stop, then bow to one another, stop, link arms and twirl, stop, then circle each other back to back, or stop, drop, and promenade? Linking arms and twirling. How can it be wrong when it feels so right? Make your move, player two. The correct answer is... McCloud is asking them to stop and then circle around each other, passing at the right shoulders, back facing back. His skills really come in handy when he has to break up a hoedown. Player two, take your pick. The category? I'll be there for you, unless I'm Chandler. $2,000 for a correct answer. Flex those fingers, cause here it comes. If Matthew Perry were replaced by Commodore Matthew Perry on an episode of Friends, what would you most likely see happen? Chandler breaking the sound barrier, Chandler playing old computer games, Chandler sailing into Tokyo Harbor, or Chandler becoming pregnant? Commodore Perry sailed into Tokyo Harbor in 1853 and forced Japan to open its harbors to the outside world. In an historical side note, Commodore Perry also made a failed attempt at a movie career. You have the honors, player two.
You can't stop at 3, no, you gotta have 4, yeah!
Well, what do we have here? Urkel's gravitational pull. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Hey, ever found yourself coming up with really complicated excuses for why you're sitting on your ass watching crappy TV? Suppose you claim that a gravitational force from an undetectable source in the universe is causing you to watch Urkel on TV. Which of these would you blame? Heaven in 227, Nebulous Rock and Rock, Aureola Gas in Head of the Class, or Antimatter in Family Matters? In case you're wondering, antimatter is believed to make up over 90% of the universe and have a gravitational effect on matter scientists actually can see. And Urkel, or anti-humor, affects the gravitational pull on Nielsen ratings. Your pick, player two. How about it? For your enjoyment, Socialists won the three-legged race. Get it right, I'm handing over $2,000. Phew, thank God we got over the Red Scare thing, huh? I was beginning to worry. If all of history's communist leaders were playing a game of Red Rover, how might Chairman Mao complete this sentence? Red Rover, send Benito Mussolini right over, send Joseph McCarthy right over, send Ho Chi Minh right over, or send Kublai Khan right over. Take a shot. Red Rover, send Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh right over. I love playing Red Rover with the communist leaders. They're all like 90 years old, and it's really easy to break through their line. I wonder what player two's gonna pick. This one likes to go by multiple personalities and the ancient world. I'm giving out $3,000 for a right answer. Hey, remember that multiple personality chick Sybil from that movie with Sally Field? Well, if one of Sybil's multiple personalities had been a Sybil from classical mythology, what might that personality have said? I am a young nymph like Gidget. Just like a nun, I can fly. I can run swifter than Bandit can drive. Or, I predict multiple Oscars for Sally Field. Player one, hit it. Huh? Player two, it's yours if you want it. Player two, Sally Field a nymph? Gosh, no wonder we really like her. For the curious, here's the right answer. A Sybil in classical mythology was a female prophet of great wisdom, so she would have known all about Sally Field's future. But nobody would have guessed that ridiculous "you like me, you really like me" speech. That was embarrassing. Player one, ante up.
Hey, look over there. It's question 7.
The category is, I write better when I'm drunk. $1,000 at stake on this one. You know, Shakespeare was a great writer and everything, but with him it was all me, me, me. If William Shakespeare were alive today, which drama award ceremony would he crash, thinking it was named after his famous theater? The Tonys, the Oscars, the Golden Globes, or the Emmys? Take it. Shakespeare hung out in the Globe Theater, so he might be interested in the Golden Globe Awards. Thou likest me, thou really likest me. See, it's embarrassing when Sally says it, but it's classy when Shakespeare does. Category time, player two, it's your call. Oh, I was hoping you were going to choose that. Okay, player one, scram. Player two, get ready for a dis or dat. This dis or dat's category name is, who cares? Let's get drunk. All right, now concentrate. I'm going to read off 7 brands of beer, and for each one, I want you to tell me whether it's an imported or domestic brand name. If the beer is imported, press 1. If it's domestic, press 2. And if you want to skip one, press 4. I'll add 500 to your score for a right answer, and you lose 500 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. All right, let's put 30 seconds on the clock. And we're off. Budweiser, Heineken, Corona, Genesee, Foster's, Rolling Rock. Last one, Moosehead. That's all she wrote. Goodness gracious, dis, dat, whatever. You had it down. Take a look at your score. Well, that does wonders for your total. Let's see what's coming up. Player one, hit me with the category.
Aloha, question number 9.
Shake hands with job tips. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Hey, it looks like I get a break on this one. It's time to bring in a special guest host for this next question. And who do we have here today, Raul?
Today's guest host will be Laura Hatfield, who hopes to work right here at You Don't Know Jack.
Wait, what does that mean? She's interviewing for a job?
Yeah, Laura is one of the candidates for our business office.
We have a business office?
Yeah, go figure. Hey, Laura, come on in here.
So, Laura, I hear you have a question for us.
Yes, I was just wondering what kind of insurance package you have.
No, Laura, that's not what I meant, although we do get full dental, by the way. But do you have a trivia question?
Yeah, yes. Okay, this is going to be an analogy, so you have to complete the analogy. Here we go. American dollar bill is to George Washington as Canadian dollar bill is to what? Queen Elizabeth, Pierre Trudeau, George Washington, or Wayne Gretzky?
Player 1.
Pierre Trudeau, Pierre Trudeau.
Laura, have you done this before?
Once in college.
Player 2.
George Washington is on the American dollar bill, and Queen Elizabeth is on the Canadian one. I guess that's why Canadian dollars are such a royal pain in the ass to use. Hey, can I say that?
Laura, that was excellent. Very good question. I was very impressed.
Thank you, that was fun. If I get hired here, do I get to do that again? Because I do another question. There's some hilarious jokes about...
Whoa,
about Deutschmarks.
that's funny. Could you show Laura out?
Okay, because I could do another one.
Right out the door out of the studio.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye.
Bye, Laura. All right, let's move on. Your turn, player 2. What's it gonna be? Oh yes, it's time for your fantasies to be realized. You're joining a three-way. Okay, let me briefly explain here. You're gonna see a three-way like this one. Buzz in when the correct three-way member is lit up and you score. But be wary, it'll cost you $1,000 every time you buzz in and you're wrong. And be careful, individual answers don't necessarily have anything to do with the three-way as a group. So, let's get going. Category for this one is Jive Talkin', and that can only mean one thing, Bee Gees three-way. Here's your high-pitched group of three, Barry, Robin, and Maurice. Time to start seeing the goods. Let's hope you're up to it.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Okay, we're stripped down to our skivvies. Looks like that's all we've got. Let's see how you scored. All right, player 2, you took the round, but let's see how you stand up in the game overall. Player 2, you're still in control of the game. Very impressive. You know, as much as I'd like to cuddle, it's time to get on with the game, okay? Okay, we're halfway home. Let's see how round 2 treats you. Everybody starts out with one screw. Here you go. One more thing, don't be afraid of those screws. You got them for a reason. If you want to force your partner there to answering the question, just buzz in, slap the S key. Got it? Now get in there and screw with abandon. You have the honors, player 2. Let's see what we got going. Great literature and great liquor. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Some authors are inspired by their muse. Others do it with alcohol. Choose the word that rhymes with the correct pronunciation of this famous author's name. Boozed, soused, juiced, or sought. The Frenchman who wrote Remembrance of Things Past was Marcel Proust. As in, when I'm juiced and need a boost to get goosed, I read Proust. Player 1, your choice. What are we doing?
I'm getting a reading of 12. Over.
This little number's known as, don't be so double negative. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Let's see how you handle this one. Which of these well-known ad slogans is a double negative? Nothing beats a great pair of legs, nobody doesn't like Sara Lee, bet you can't eat just one, or this is not your father's Oldsmobile. Player 1, nobody doesn't like Sara Lee is a grammatically correct double negative. It's when you say ain't nobody don't dislike no Sara Lee never that you run into a problem. Let's have a category, player 1.
Dinner partner 1 in 3. A do-si-do for the big 13.
Coming at you, on the 7th day, God caught a movie. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Hey, listen closely and imagine the following movie advertisement.
He's been robbed of his wealth. His children are dead. His skin is covered in boils. All because his God has made a little bet with Satan. His faith is being tested.
How could this trailer end?
Charles Bronson has the mark of Cain. Jean-Claude Van Damme is risen. Steven Seagal has the patience of Job. Or Chuck Norris is the prodigal son.
All yours? In the book of Job, God allows Satan to torture Job by destroying his life in order to prove that he has faith. The test audience didn't like it, so in the Hollywood version, Job has a beautiful wife, healthy children, and just a small case of adult acne. Player 1, it's up to you. What's next?
Ain't no love like number 14.
This category is known as What They Found in the Old Dark Shed. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Okay, kids, take a close look at this object. What's the correct use for this item? Scratching your guinea pig, swabbing your painter's canvas, cleaning your saxophone, or scrubbing your drain? Take a shot. This thing is a saxophone cleaner. And it's probably covered with decades-old musician spit, so you better just leave it where you found it. Player 2, give me something.
"15th floor, lingerie, housewares, and useless trivia."
Well, looks like this category is
Montague, get into my office!
And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Okay, here we go. I have these descriptions of the new TV pilots for next fall. Here, listen to this one.
After offering all of his possessions to his 3 daughters, this Shakespearean character is solving crimes with his unpredictable new partner.
What's the name of this show? Scarecrow and King Lear, Jaques and the Fat Man, Simon and Timon, or Hardcastle and Macbeth? Player 2. It was King Lear who started his downfall by offering to divide his land and possessions among his 3 daughters if they would profess their love for him. Of course, that's all before retiring to a small New England town where his knowledge of forensics and taekwondo can help the police solve a different murder every week. Your pick, Player 2. How about it? Uh-oh! Left nut kick. I'm sore.
It's time for equalization.
Step right up to your gibberish category. Just don't let Irwin near the dam. We're talking $10,000 prize on this gibberish question. Now check it out. As the time disappears, so does the money. So the sooner you buzz in, the better. All right, pay attention and tell me, with what cliche does this rhyme? Flood! This dick... Yeah, let's see what you got, Player 1. Blood is thicker than water, and I'll tell you, it's not that good as a refreshing drink either. Player 1, give me a category.
On the big bayou in Louisiana, crest on 17.
And I believe this one's called I See a Morality Tale in Your Future. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Listen up, because you're going to have to come up with the answer on your own here. Get ready to buzz in and fill in the blank when you can tell me who's getting their fortune told.
I see travel in your future, perhaps through the woods to a relative's house where you'll meet a furry lover with a toothy grin who likes to wear women's clothing.
Ooh. Now or never, Player 2. Start typing and hit... Little Red Riding Hood takes a trip through the forest to her grandmother's house, only to find the big bad wolf dressed up in Grandma's PJs. Yeah, leave it to your grandmother to fix you up with a wolf.
But he makes a good living.
Player 2, take your pick. Open wide and get ready for Victoria's Secret and carnivorous animals. Sit up straight. This one's worth $6,000. Imagine you're having dinner at the Clampett's house. Damn. See, now all I can think about is Little Red Riding Hood. Thanks a lot. The hell with it. Try this. Imagine the big bad wolf had attacked Little Red Riding Hood when she was just a baby. Considering that this part of a baby's body remains the same size into adulthood, which statement could the wolf have made about the infant Red Riding Hood? My, what a big nose you have. My, what big ears you have. My, what big eyes you have. Or, my, what big teeth you have. Player 1. The eyes have it. Our eyes don't get any larger than the size they are at birth.
Why, I hardly recognized you, Big Bad Wolf. You've got my grandmother's eyes. Now give them back.
Player 1, ante up. May I introduce Cows Collect Stamps too? Hello, we're talking $6,000, so pay attention. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. If Elsie the cow wants to write the most impressive resume possible, which of the following qualifications should she list? USDA Select, USDA Choice, USDA Prime, or USDA Damn Tasty? Player 2, interesting choice. Player 1, what Player, generally found only in restaurants and higher-priced butcher shops, USDA labeled prime beef is the best available cow meat. Well, guess Elsie's headed for what they call a dead-end job. Player 1, hit me with the category.
Question number 20.
Here we have, come on, get happy. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Say Reuben Kincaid of the Partridge Family wants to give up his hectic life on the road, find a nice lady, and settle down. If his ideal woman is Reuben-esque, where will he find her? In a Baroque painting, in an algebraic formula, in an Italian opera, or in a chemical compound? The voluptuous women in the paintings of Baroque artist Peter Paul Rubens are referred to as Reuben-esque. You know, I describe Reuben himself as Reuben-esque, especially his breasts. You have the honors, Player 2. Everyone comfy? Too bad. You're about to have an attack. Hang on to this clue. Oh, geez, honey, I forgot your gift. I hope you remembered your brain. Good luck. Excuse me, player 2, did you say something? No, I didn't think so, because after somebody kicks your butt like player 1 just did, there's only one thing to say.
Nice work, people. Let's get those commercials